Welcome to Leafy's cooking class! Hooray! Let's cook and eat healthy. This week, in time for Halloween, we'll make pumpkin jack-o'-lantern style croquettes. They look like this in the end. Our ingredients are pumpkin, of course, onions, green beans, ground beef, any kind of milk, oil, flour, breadcrumbs, and salt. Let's cut the pumpkin first. Cutting a pumpkin is hard work and takes a lot of muscles, so have an adult cut it for you. This is 1/8 of a pumpkin with the seeds removed. You can cut it first into slices like this. Oh, that's hard work. And then into bite-sized pieces, just like this. Ta-da! Next is the green bean. First things first, cut the ends off. Boop. Goodbye, ends. Then cut the rest into 6 equal pieces, maybe 1 or 2 centimeters long. Next, let's steam the pumpkin and green beans to make them nice and soft. Place the steamer in a pot. Here we go. Add water. Cover it and heat it until it comes to a full boil. Be careful here. The steam is hot and can burn you, so ask an adult for help. Add the sliced pumpkin. Steam it for 10 minutes. Don't forget the lid. After 10 minutes, test to see if the pumpkin is soft. Oh, that's very soft. For the last 2 minutes, you can add the green beans. Not too much though, or they'll become too soft. Then leave the lid open and let them cool down while we cut the onion. Cut the top of the onion off. Then cut the bottom of the onion off. Once those are off, we can peel the skin. Let's see, where can I? Oh, I'll just grab this piece here and peel the rest of it off. Wow, this is kind of making me cry a little bit. Oh, onions. Oh, that's nice and peeled. So then we can rinse our cutting board and knife, then cut the onion in half. Just like this. I see there's a little brown spot here, so I'll cut that too. But maybe ask an adult for help with this one. Now I can cut the onion into long, thin strips. But I won't cut all the way through. That way it'll stay connected. Be careful here. If the pieces fly around, it could hurt your eyes. So wear goggles or gloves, something to help protect you. Now all the onions are chopped. It's time to cook the meat. For this example, I'm using 100 grams of ground pork. But chicken or beef or some something else could work too. I'll also add a little oil, but not too much, or it will take out the fat from the meat. When the meat starts to change color, I'll turn off the heat and toss in my onions. That's already smelling so good. Once the onions become just a little bit clearer or transparent, then I'll add a pinch of salt. More like 2.5 grams of salt, that is. And mix it all together. Mix, mix, mix. Once it's thoroughly mixed, I'll turn off the heat and let it rest and go back to these pumpkins. On a few pieces of pumpkin, I will slice off the skin, being very careful not to cut my finger. But don't break the skin because we'll use that later to make the face of the jack-o'-lantern. So I think I'll need one more piece of skin, but the rest of them I'll leave on. For those pieces with the skin still on, I will mash them up. Mash, mash, mash. I'm using a fork, but any masher will work. Then, once it's all smushed, I'll add the sliced pumpkin. Not the peels, just the orange part. And I'll mash them together too. It's time to add the meat and onion mixture. Oh boy, I cannot wait to eat this. Let's mix it all together. Then I'm going to make 6 little portions. Maybe I'll divide here and here, and then separate them into their own little pile. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks about right. Then I'll scoop them out and roll them into a nice ball shape, like a pumpkin. I'll do this to all 6 piles. And then it's time to wrap them. Now here are the bowls. Flour is on the left side. In the middle is a flour and water mixture. And on the right side are breadcrumbs. I'll pour them all around the ball to make that croquette covering. Of course, I'll do this to all 6 pumpkins. Once they're all wrapped, I'll use a butter knife to make a small dent in the sides. This is so that it looks like a pumpkin shape. If your indents are not perfect, that's okay, because pumpkins come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Ta-da! The last step is to brush each croquette with oil very carefully. Once they're all brushed up, then I'll put them in the oven. This oven is preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, and I'll bake it for 8 minutes. Wow, they look delicious! Time for the green beans. I'll put the green beans into the top of the croquette. But be careful not to push them all the way down. You want the tips to still be poking out. Ooh, just like that. Ta-da! time for my favorite part, to make the face of the jack-o'-lantern. I'll use the skin of the pumpkin. Cut it into any shape that you like, so it looks like 2 eyes and a mouth. Jack-o'-lanterns usually have triangle eyes and triangle mouths, so it's really easy to cut the skin. I notice it already kind of looks like 2 eyes and a mouth. Isn't that silly? Next, I'll flip over the pieces and put something kind of sticky like a sauce on the back. In this video, I'm using ketchup. But you could use mayonnaise or something else that's thicker. I'll use it to glue the pumpkin skin pieces to the croquette. Dun, dun, dun. You might need to use your fingers for this, and that's okay as long as you wash your hands. These are the 2 eyes. Now let's see if I can find the mouth. There you go! Your jack-o'-lantern croquettes are ready! They are so cute and loaded with vitamins to help your immune system. I recommend using oil to make it especially full of vitamins. Thank you! Look. Yay! We did it! You can try it at home too. Try your best and see you next time. Goodbye!